innocence lost, sin took the fall. Love gave a gift most precious of all.
Hey everybody, this is Heather Thomas Van Deren. Welcome to the testimony video series called What Love Means. Today we are in Aubrey, Texas, and you're going to be hearing the story of a sweet young lady named Samantha. Hi Samantha.
Hello.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for inviting me.
She has a really great story. I know that she is going to reach somebody today in her own special way. So Samantha, tell me a little bit about your salvation testimony. I know you're a child of God and you're saved.
Yes.
So tell the people, how did you become saved?
Well, I thought I was saved about the age of 8. I went to the pastor of the Baptist church that we were going to, and he asked me how I knew that I was saved, and I said I was just old enough and needed to be baptized, because that was the next step. It was much later, after Clint and I had been in our addiction for a little bit, and we got locked up, and we found Jesus on the jailhouse floor. I mean, it's one of those things that you have to catch. You can't be taught about the love of God. You have to feel it for yourself, firsthand experience.
Yes, and you have to take it from here.
Oh, yeah.
To here. Okay, so everybody knows who Clint is. That's your husband.
Yes.
And really, both of y'all have this really great journey that you took together, because now he's a pastor. You're a pastor's wife.
Yeah.
I mean, did you ever think that was going to happen?
No. No, never.
Yeah. Isn't that neat how God works, though? You know, he puts those dreams in your heart that you don't even know are there.
Yeah, I'm starting to see them now that come through to fruition, that I know it was God back then that he was talking to me, and I didn't realize in the moment until 2020 or hindsight.
Or you were refusing to listen, maybe a little bit of that too. You know?
Yeah. My flesh was all up in there.
Your flesh was all up in there. Yeah, that's the truth. So, yeah, you had a problem with addiction. Share a little bit about that, because I know that there's some people out here watching today or listening that have been through that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, addiction's not prejudice. It's not discriminatory. And Clint and I got addicted to the very thing that one of our loved ones died from.
Oh man.
And
that's okay.
It happens.
Yeah.
So I mean, I was a smart kid. I did everything I was supposed to. I graduated high school, I moved out, but I was just so tired of the small town life. I was so tired of everybody knowing my business, and if they didn't, somebody was going to tell them my business, and I was done with it. So I ran as far as I could. I ran an hour away from home. I was born and raised and grew up.
And how old were you
I
at
was
that
17
time?
when I left. And I fell in love with the very wrong man for me.
I think a lot of us have this similar story, you know. You're just looking for something to fill that void in your life, and even though you know Jesus, you haven't come to know exactly who he is and how he's the one that can fill all those empty holes.
Yeah, I thought I could do it myself.
Yeah, in our own strength.
No.
It doesn't work.
No, it broke me hard. But I fell in love with the little boy, and so I decided to marry his dad, Clint. And we were real bad into IV heroin use. We stole, lied, robbed. I mean, did anything we could to keep the addiction alive.
Right.
And we've got sober many times, and we relapsed every time.
Yeah, because you were doing it in your own strength.
Oh yeah, I didn't care. We were getting so much help from outer sources that our livelihood was still going. We weren't broken until Clint caught a charge for possession, and because of our addiction, he failed his UAs. So he decided, we knew that I wasn't going to get sober with him still around, and he wasn't going to get sober with me still around.
Man, yeah.
and everybody told us to leave each other. So he went to a boot camp in jail in Collin County, and I'm trying to keep it together. And about 6 weeks later, I ended up getting arrested for my second DWI. Our firstborn together was 8 months old, and he was being taken care of family because CPS got involved once that drug test came out, and once I got locked up. She came in there and told me it was the absolute worst thing that could have happened was me getting locked up. So Clint and I were both in jail.
But it really wasn't the worst thing.
It was the best thing.
Yeah. Yeah, and we don't see that when it's happening, but don't you know that God had his hand on your life from the get-go?
I knew. And
we don't have any tissue with us today, so we're in trouble.
God is good.
He is good. He's very good. Oh, he just works miracles. When he is our hope when there seems to be no hope. So he made himself real to you during that time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He cut my 180-day sentence down to 55.
Bam.
I know. That was huge. I mean, I got my babies back.
Yeah. You got some pretty babies.
They got her pretty.
I love those babies, yes.
They got them pretty blue eyes from their dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we have just been blessed beyond our wildest dreams.
Yeah, and so now y'all are both involved in this really wonderful church.
Yes, our little cowboy church,
Yeah.
Church in the Dirt.
Church in the Dirt. I like that. I love the tent. I just love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives that ambiance of just like down home, and you remember.
And we're so tight.
Yeah, yeah, you really are. And just amazing. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of God.
Yeah.
Because he really worked.
He's big.
And Clint, I mean, he worked on both of y'all at the same time and allowed y'all to stay together. That's just amazing.
It doesn't happen.
No, not normally. No. Normally.
But God.
But God. I mean, normally you do. You have to get away. And he actually used both of your circumstances to bring you closer together, and I think that's too cool. And Clint's a pastor now, and like I said, you're a pastor's wife now, and
Yeah.
I mean, he makes himself real in a big way, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. I mean, even the firstborn, Colton, he is now living with us, and we got all three of our boys together.
And they're being raised up in the admonition of the Lord, and
Oh, yeah.
and that's so important. Well, okay, so you're a miracle. You know that,
Oh,
right?
yes. Oh.
You are a miracle. And there's other people out there that struggle with addiction.
Everybody knows someone.
Everybody knows someone. Okay, so if there was one thing that you would want to say to the people watching or listening today, something that you've really learned through this journey that you think is so important to make it, what do you think it would, besides salvation in Jesus Christ? I mean, without him, you wouldn't be here.
No, but Jesus wants you to talk to him so bad. He can't help your circumstance if you don't let him, and you have to tell him and acknowledge it. And for the ones who have a loved one that's hurting, don't give up on them. Don't quit praying for them. Because you don't know how big of a difference it'll make.
Prayer changes things.
Yeah.
It really does. And I bet you had some people praying for you throughout all of this.
We had an army.
You had an army. And an army of angels, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were definitely on the lookout.
Well, that's just too cool. So what do you think your aspirations are now for the future? What do you see God doing in your life for the future?
I mean, right now we own our own business. I think Clint will start taking over the business soon, so that'll be a blessing. I mean, just being able to help the family is a blessing. Being able to stay next door to my in-laws who are amazing. I mean,
They
not
are
everybody
amazing.
has
I know.
great, wonderful in-laws.
I
and
know them personally. They're amazing. Yeah.
Really,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to live in the moment. I mean, it's just so good.
But you know, he's got a big future for you. You may not know exactly what it is, but things are looking up.
Oh yeah, they're looking up.
And-
They're bright.
Yes.
I mean,
and of course, you have to worry about satanic attack during this
Of
time
course.
because you think the devil's going to leave you alone.
no, he likes us a lot.
Well, that's too funny. Well, but you got greater is he who is within you
That's right.
than he who is in the world.
Absolutely.
Well, you know, and here's another thing too. Samantha's been through a lot, and I know there may be people out there that have been through something similar, and God has delivered her, and she is a child of God, but you may not know him as your Savior, and really, that's where we need to start. We need to
Absolutely.
start with Jesus as a foundation, and you need to ask him to be your Savior. And how do you do that? It's as easy as ABC. Number one is just admit that you're a sinner, because we all are.
Oh, for
and we
sure.
fall short of the glory of God. I mean,
Every day.
Every day. We can't make it without him. And then believe that Jesus really is the Son of God, that he really did hang on that cross, and he did it for you to take away the sins of the world, including yours. But you have to accept him. You have to really believe that this is the truth, and it is.
That's it.
And then just confess with your mouth to somebody that you know to say, I've been changed. Something has happened to me, and his name is Jesus, and he's made a complete difference in my life. And then welcome to being a child of God. Welcome to the family. And people make it so difficult, but it's really simple.
It's
Really.
not that.
It's not that hard at all. We just hope that Samantha's story today has helped you. Maybe you want to give your testimony on what love means, and if you do, just contact me at countrygirlsings@live.com, or you can go to my website at htvministries.com. And Samantha, thank you so much for sharing. I promise you there has been a life that's been affected by what you just shared. Yeah. So we're going to cry our way out of here. And it's been a blessing.
I'm good at it.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody. God bless y'all. See you
Bye-bye.
later. Bye.